into some.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Hey,
Everybody in there?
everybody is
All right,
here
cool,
and
cool,
present.
cool.
Good evening.
All right.
What's going on? What's
Good
going
evening,
on?
fellas and lady. All right,
It's
so
hot.
for those who are watching, who are hiding under a rock to not see all the damn posts that was up about this, tonight's conversation is a men's forum. Nova has curated some questions and so on and so forth. Oh, there we go, daddy.
Where'd you go?
Disappear, Max.
There he
Here I
goes.
am. My bad. I meant to fix that, but I was on vacation, so I did not get the check. But anyway, Nova curated some questions for the fellas here, including myself, and we're going to tackle that along with talk some of our own shit. I got some flaming to do with the females because over the weekend, I seen a lot of shit, and I just was like, yo, dudes got to do better out here. That's all I'm going to say.
The charges for carrying.
But anyway, we'll get to my shit talking. But fellas, introduce yourselves real quick for the people that don't know who you are.
Yes, let us
And
know
say
your
what you
name.
do.
Yes, and your role in the life or just what you do, how you want us to know who you are.
I'll start. I'm Akeem. It's nice to meet everybody who's around the world. I appreciate this situation. I live in Jersey. I've been a part of the lifestyle and a part of just life, which I love and enjoy. I'm a businessman. I do a lot with the business world, and also I teach.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Brother
Who's
D,
up
what's going on with
next?
you?
Yeah, I'm Brother D. Can y'all hear me?
Perfectly.
All right.
Yes,
Yo.
sir.
I'm a driver, and I really find human existence fascinating. So
Transporter.
that's pretty much it. You know, I love the
Okay.
lifestyle because that's just part of my nature. You know, but human existence, I find it fascinating.
Yes,
Indubitably.
can't wait to hear your perspective.
Indubitably.
And Sir Richard, you feel free to share your thing. I know you got some things you do too. So
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Sir Richard E. Normous, just a man of many talents, many hats, pro dom extraordinaire. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that in the lifestyle, but also, I'm just a pretty chill guy that's just laid back and, what I'm saying, like to have a good time. Thanks for having me, and look forward to having a dope and wonderful conversation with you guys.
Yes,
awesome.
thank you.
Awesome.
Max, introduce yourself.
I don't need to introduce myself. These motherfuckers know what the hell I do on here.
I
Already.
need to
run my
know.
I need
mouth
to
all the
reintroduce myself. His name is Mo.
time. You know what I'm saying? Well, we'll be here all day. Oh, fellas, y'all can check. There's a private chat inside the StreamYard. If you want to share the YouTube link, it's in there. So you could just go right to that link and copy that, and that'll be where you can share it with whomever you want. Because y'all should be able to. You could also share the Facebook thing on your profiles. I have it set so that you can stream it individually on your channels. So if you
Mhm.
want people to see you up on here, that's another thing to do. I had to set it set to that, so you should be able to do that pretty easy. I am Maximus. I am a relationship consultant for over 10 plus, well, actually 11 plus years now. Actually looking to do some recertifying for a couple of things because there's new information that's come out since then. It's kind of like any clinical stuff. There's always something new to learn. So I'm going to be doing that soon. So pray for me.
Indubitably.
You know what I'm saying? I do like 15 million other things. I ain't going to run down the list. It's a lot. But long story short, me and Nova's on here with this show. And we need y'all to pay attention to that goddamn donation link in the top left-hand corner. That's what we need y'all to do. And it looks like we got one dropped off, but he should be back in a minute. Brother D got a little lost for a second. I wait for him. I think when he went to click the link thing. Oh, there he goes. I got him.
All right.
Yeah. There he goes. All right. So for all of y'all that's watching, feel free to hit that motherfucking link right there. Scan that little joint. We're going to highlight it later so y'all can do what y'all do. But for right now, let's get into this conversation. Nova, tell them what you do and then get started because you got the questions anyway.
Yes, I have all the questions. And so I just want to reintroduce tonight's roundtable. This is our second men's roundtable because at the social experiment, we believe that men's voices need to be heard. We started the idea of the men's roundtable last June when we had to, it was June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And we realized that the men don't get a space to share their voices without interruption, without criticism or critique. And so I love all the men. I support the men. And so we're here tonight so that you guys can share your voices and share what's on your mind. I have some questions. People in the chat can go ahead and throw some questions in there if they want to hear from the men, hear what's on their mind. And then we're going to go from there. So, and if you guys have anything to add, feel free to stop me because this is your space. This is not my space. I'm just a humble person asking questions.
Right. I love
All
it.
right.
I love it.
So we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. So I have given you guys the questions ahead of time. We're not going in any specific order. I want to first start with the question, what does emotional vulnerability look like for you as a man?
I guess I'll start. Emotional vulnerability to me is just showing your true character. Like us men, we like to not characterize ourselves as of the ones that not like to cry in front of women and stuff like that. But shit, I cry when I gotta cry. You know what I mean? I get very emotional. I'm a Capricorn, by the way. But you know,
Oh boy.
I feel like just be yourself, and I think the ladies will appreciate you being yourself, even if you gotta lean your head on the shoulder once or twice or whatever throughout the relationship. I think that's okay. That's just me personally.
All
Simple,
right.
short, sweet.
Thank you.
Who else
Emotional
got it?
vulnerability from the man, not from the woman, right?
Yes.
It is probably first of all, it requires safety. Okay?
You're in my
It
notebook.
requires safety. A safe place where you can actually tell her your fears, tell her the things that you feel inadequate about, tell her your shit, and not have to worry about it being thrown back up in your face in the middle of an argument. So it requires safety. What it looks like is presenting your raw self, saying this is all of me, and I lay it at your feet.
Mm-hmm.
But it requires safety.
How does a woman or a partner create a safe space for a man to be vulnerable?
How does? Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. I can't tell you how they go about doing it. For me, I pay attention to see if it's there. How they can go about it. You know what? It may be for me. I may pay attention to how they treat other people that they're supposed to be close with.
That's good.
You know? Yeah. How they treat other people they're supposed to be close with. That may give me an idea of if I can let them inside my wings, right? Because inside my wings, you have access to my ribs and you can stab me and really hurt me. My wings are here to protect me from the world. If I trust you enough to let you inside my wings, that is me putting you in a position where you can really hurt me. Because love is voluntary vulnerability. You know, but maybe. What do I know?
You know a lot as a man.
Right. Now, me, the way I look at it, and creating a space of emotional vulnerability means that whatever feelings I convey to you comes with a zero judgment policy. Because the problem is often is that you're listening when I'm telling you about this thing. But in the reality, when I'm actually expressing it, or with the moment that we have a disagreement, in a lot of cases, that's when that same vulnerability that I offered you is now being utilized as a leverage to mock what it is that I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So in that situation, I need to know that the trust is ironclad, that no matter what it is that I come to you with, no matter what the issue is, any of that, I need to know for 100%, 150% fact that there's not going to be any judgment to whatever emotional stuff that I express to you. Like, if I tell you something emotionally in confidence and you ever bring it back and throw it in my face, you forever get that door closed in your face. So creating a safe space where that is not a thing and I don't have to worry about being an issue, that is when you know a safe space being created. Because a lot of times, nothing pisses me off more than a woman telling me about being a man. Because I look at you and say, do I tell you how to put on a tampon? Do I tell you how to wash your pussy? I don't tell you none of that stuff. So I don't want to hear nothing about how to be a man, because you don't know nothing about what it takes to be a man, because you ain't never been one.
Yeah. Absolutely. And for our panel, especially Black men. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sir Richard.
Definitely. And I think to add on to that, basically, emotional vulnerability is just being able to have a moment with your partner and not have it being weaponized against you. You know, and that's the number one thing. Like, for us, all we look for is trust, or somebody that we can confide in and not have actual negative impact on us, especially when it comes down to certain things that can be communicated. And next thing you know, we have an issue where now we're having a conversation, and that same thing that I communicated with you is just literally brought back up. And not just brought back up in the sense of, hey, this is a conversation we need to have. This is a conversation where it was brought back up and it's like used against us. Like, oh, you could have did that. You could have did that yesterday, or this was something that you did a long time ago. And I was like, we talked about this. We already hashed it out. And now you want to bring the same thing back up again? Nah.
The worst.
That's valid. That happens all the time.
Wow. So there's a common theme that I'm hearing is like, I want to be able to share something with you and it not be brought back up or thrown back up in my face, or I hear it outside of that conversation in a weaponized way. Okay.
Oh, can I add
last part, that last part was important, in a weaponized way. Don't use it as a cudgel to knock me over my head. You can come back to me later and say, hey, the thing you said, I was thinking about it, and this is what I think. This is how we can conquer that together. But the weaponized part, that is what is most important. Don't do anything to use it as a weapon against me. Yeah.
And I want to add a piece too, because there's a piece to this that I feel is very important. Because also, when we say in confidence, that doesn't mean in confidence plus one of your girlfriends, ladies. Because a lot of times we tell you something, like there's shit that my niggas never know, no matter what me and whoever goes through. And my relationships are complex because they're typically poly. So most of the stuff that I deal with comes with a lot of layers. And even with all those layers, I deal with them within myself. I don't worry about the going through it with my boys, getting involved in all the other shenanigans. So my whole thing is learning how to keep the confidentiality, meaning, because you got to understand something. This is said all the time. When you talk about these things with your friends, even once you forgave and forgot, your friends don't let that shit go. Your family don't let that shit go. So now every time they see you, it's a constant reminder of that thing. And then we can never get past that. And that carries weight into the relationship in a long-term status. Yeah. And you don't want that when you're trying to have a long-term relationship with somebody. I always say that chicks that act like part-time players do part-time shit. So that means if you're coming out and you're giving out my information, you telling my business, you just showing me you're a part-time player. Because clearly if you want a long-term experience, you would not be saying shit that you know is going to reflect back in the long term.
Okay. And that leads us into our next question, which is, how do you define respect in a relationship, and how do you know when it's missing?
That's deep.
Yeah, that's one of those.
I think respect. I think respect in a relationship looks like respect. Well, when you say relationship, I'm thinking you mean romantic relationship.
Yes.
But respect in any relationship looks the same. The way you regard me, the way you talk to me, the tone that you talk to me in. When you're angry, I understand that. But you second guessing my thought pattern about something, or just dismissing my thought pattern about something without unpacking it with me. I'm not your child. I'm your partner, hopefully. Either way, I'm another fully formed human being. So treat me with the dignity and respect that you would want to be treated with. Not because I'm a man, because that's bullshit. Because I'm a human.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think
so. Treat me as you would want to be treated. Yeah.
Agree. I think in the overall perspective, like being treated in high regards or treated with respect is like, regardless of where the situation is, who we're around, what type of environment we're in, that person is treating you in high regard. Despite how they feel, despite their emotions, despite how they want to communicate, they'll still have that same cognition to just be like, you know what, to communicate with this person a certain way, or I have to understand, and regardless of what he did, I still will carry that person in high regard when it comes down to who I'm communicating with, or what the type of stuff I'm communicating around people with. Like, especially when it comes down to, just being around family, and there could be a situation where, you have somebody talking about something that has nothing to do with them, And or even they just do something like just try to impose themselves on your relationship, knowing that you two have a boundary on that. And the moment that that comes across, it's over. That means you allow somebody to disrespect the actual relationship, and then what will cause them to not continue to disrespect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
For us,
Respect.
and that segues into how we know when if somebody's being disrespectful. Because if there's a situation that I don't feel comfortable with, and you just relayed that, or you just put me in a position where the high regard that you have for me feels a little bit less than what it used to be, we know, we'll feel it.
Okay.
And you know what?
Be reciprocated.
I told my friends that I would do a lot more listening than talking tonight, but let me just say this. Almost everything is connected, okay? Almost everything is connected. So, if love is voluntary vulnerability, love is also the lending of power to someone. Because the person outside of our relationship, if they say something to me, it don't matter. You could say the exact same words, and because I love you, because I have allowed myself to be vulnerable with you, because I have given you power over me, your words hurt. Same words, but your position is different. So, one of my favorite quotes from Abraham Lincoln was, most any man can deal with adversity. If you want to know the true test of a man's character, give him power. So, I tell men that when a woman loves you, she lends her power to you. You have the choice. You have the choice of being a ceiling which holds her back, or a springboard from which she can leap into her dreams and into her better self, or whatever aspiration she has. But the same thing with women. You have power over me. How will you use that power? Will you use it to hurt me, or will you use it to build me up, to believe in me, or to inspire me? So
to piggyback off what you're saying, I think what happens is in a situation like that, women usually tend to have leverage. And yes, that is power, right? That's a type of power. Once they have that, if they use that to their advantage, that's when you start to see that disrespect start to portray itself.
You know what? I have not had some of the negative things I hear guys complain about with women. I have not experienced that. I have not. But you know, when women are in my life, I have not experienced that disrespect, that trying to control. Well, no. The trying to control comes from, I think, us being taught that monogamy is the way. And so, she expects you to follow the script that she was given as a child. And the script that you were given as a child, it's just that you've been brave enough to write your own part, right? But a lot of the things in the manosphere, the shit they talk about, I've not experienced that, and they all seem like Kevin Samuels wannabes. And honestly, that man did not offer one thing that we could not do without.
I'm gonna touch on that. Hold on, I gotta touch on it. I don't agree fully on that. I watched a lot of his content. I didn't agree with a lot of shit he said, but you gotta understand something. He's like a 50-something. Well, he was a 50-something-year-old man. He had a 50-something-year-old man's perspective, as far as also a wealthy 50-something-year-old man's perspective, and what he was representing was the top 3 to 5% of men who are in that very high earning category, and what it is that they want, desire, and look for. And in truth, a lot of women were being delusional in some of the ways, that the things that they were demanding compared to what they were offering. because a relationship is a give and take, whether it's friendship, whether it's love, or anything else. The relationship is give and take, and a lot of these women are taking. I watched it this weekend, and my friends, I was hanging out. Listen, I was the only dude. There was one other dude there, but he was kind of in and out. So it was mostly me with like 8 shorties with me, partying all weekend. And I watched these shorties milk these guys dry, spending their money. I mean, granted, they probably didn't run out of money. But my point is that all they was doing was taking, and they wasn't giving nothing. At the end of the night, we was all in the Airbnb, knocked the fuck out drunk. Ain't none of them was giving them no ass, no lips, no nothing. And my whole thing is that a lot of women live in a reality where they have that expectation of that's how it's supposed to go. But they're just supposed to take from you and take from you and take from you. And as a person who tends to wear expensive stuff and be well off in certain occasions and whatever the fuck else, I've had women try to run that game on me until they realize I'm a nigga from Brownsville and I ain't gonna go for that fucking hustle shit. I'll hustle you out your shit before you ever get me out of mine. So I will say that, yes, he was fucked up in his delivery, and I didn't like the way he talked about women to a certain degree. But there was some truth to what he was saying. It wasn't 100% bullshit.
I don't think that he was just fucked up in his delivery. I think he was fucked up in his mentality, and I think he was an opportunist. When he was trying to make men accountable and saying to men, do this, that, and the other, the world didn't beat a path to his door. The world didn't beat a path to his door. The world only took notice when he started disrespecting black women. When he started disrespecting black women,
have that.
No. When he started disrespecting black women, that's when everybody started following him as if he was the great Messiah. So
I don't understand.
Now, what you just said about this past weekend, what I'm hearing is that in a world or in a society full of consumption, materialism, and status based on what you wear on your back, there were some women who were trying to excise that from men. Those same men were trying to excise something from them. So it was still a transactional situation, which is what the society will lead you to. You know what I mean?
Like that was like the carrot on the stick thing. But the thing is, the transaction is when you have a true mutual transaction, that's something
has to be an equal
that is completed. There was no exchange. These girls kept it to themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They went home, they went to sleep.
Tell me this. Tell me how many men you know.
But the thing is, I'm not mad at shorties for that, because if they
but how many men do you know that if given the opportunity, they would do the exact thing, but just from their end? Get all the ass they can. I'm sorry?
I wouldn't do that.
I didn't say you. I said, how many men do you know that if given the opportunity, they would get all the ass they can without giving anything in exchange on their end? That's what I want to
put that up. Exactly what Mel Scott said is 100% facts, and I just want to highlight that real quick. Trudy, I'm gonna get to your questions because I think you had a lot of questions.
Yes, I was noting them.
But what Mel Scott said is 100% true. Love is not transactional. Lust is.
This past weekend, the situation you described was not love. That was not love.
That was love.
We're not talking about love there. We're just talking about people hanging out and everybody feeling like they're trying to get something. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about love, Mel. And peace, Mel. What's up?
Hold on. Let me answer my friend, because she up here telling, because she was with me. That's my friend there. But no, they wasn't doing that. They wasn't dressed flashy. You heard the wrong end of the conversation. I was referring to other men and them, women seeing them with those things, whatever. In y'all case, y'all just was looking good, and they wanted a piece of the action. So they offered y'all liquor and whatever else. I mean, these girls was winning. You understand what I'm saying? With all the girls that was there, these girls was winning. Okay? And I'm not mad at them. Like, I left them alone because I was looking like the fucking big brother security nigga. Niggas was all... It was a funny thing. But anyway, we ain't gonna get into all that right now. The whole point of it is that dudes did that, like you said, Brother D. They did that with the hopes of some action. But at the end of the day, the girls never promised them nothing. They just was looking good, and they was hoping if they got them some drinks and got them nice and lick it up, that they would be like, oh, let me give you some of that action, not realizing that these is grown women. When they get enough lick in their system, they go into bed.
That's a fact. That is a whole fact. Good night.
But
so this helps to lead us, guys, into the next question, because we got like 75 questions in the chat, so we got to get through a couple more of these. And then, yeah, not 75, but we do have a few.
Let's get to the questions in the chat. We'll get back to the list if we can. But let's get to the questions. We got to make sure the people that's watching get a chance to ask what they want. So go ahead. You got the questions noted down on Nova. How far back you want me to go?
So I got it. So the first question that was asked in the chat was, the men think, well, it was a statement, but I want you guys' perspective. The men think demure women are the only women that foster or deserve respect or happiness.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading the comment.
That men think that demure women are the only women that foster or deserve respect or happiness.
Demure women.
Like, softer women who are more modest.
No, I know what you mean. I was reflecting because I want to say, I feel like every woman because you are a woman, you have the power of creation between your wombs, in your stomach. I look at that as a blessing from God because God gave you the power to carry creation. And I'm no religious person, but I'm just saying that's my interpretation of that. So anything that carries the power of creation starts off with my respect off the G. Now, how you act with me, how you interact with me, and how you carry yourself is going to determine with me what respect you get from me moving forward. So if you come out and you start acting messy or being nasty, or you acting entitled to something or whatever, or not appreciative when somebody is being a gentleman and giving you that effort, now that makes me lose that respect. So it's like in school when you start with an A, it's just up to you to keep it. That's my perspective on it. What you fellas think?
Okay.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Every woman deserves happiness. It all depends on the respect that they give you, and the respect. As long as it comes both ways, everything should be all right. If it doesn't come from the woman respectfully, then it's a no. It's a no go. She doesn't deserve it.
Okay.
I don't really like to use the word deserves. Deserves does a lot of heavy lifting. Deserves feels like I'm speaking on behalf of the universe or God. But I can say this. I believe that my respecting you is not a standard of you. It's a standard of me.
You took my thoughts.
Based on how I decided to walk through this life. I decide to walk and respect everyone. I think everyone is worthy of respect. I don't want to say deserves, but that's just me and my silly brain. You know what I mean? But I think any woman I meet is worthy of respect. And how I treat you is, again, me trying to live up to the standard that I set for myself.
That's good.
And I tell women that when they come into my life. I tell women, there's two things you need to know about me. One is it's all about me. And that doesn't mean in a conceited way. It means that however I treat you, it's because I'm trying to live up to the person that I say I want to be. So it's not you, it's me. And two is I mean you no harm. That's it.
That's fair.
So
thank you. What are your thoughts, Sir Richard?
The question was is it only demure people that deserve happiness? Correct?
And respect, yes. Women.
I look at it this way. Every human being in this world has the opportunity to achieve happiness and respect. But happiness and respect is earned. You have to go through the process of earning it from the individual you want it from. So whoever you want it from deem you in that regard of the respect, vice versa. That's how I look at it. Because at the end of the day, Anybody can gather happiness within themselves, but if you're looking from that from someone else, you have to fit their qualification, you have to fit their mold, you have to fit their standard.
See, I appreciate all these perspectives because I lean with Brother D on this. I was at the hair salon, and we know how black hair salons are. And there was a gentleman there waiting to get his retwist, and he was talking about, these women, and he was younger, in his early 20s. And he said, if a woman doesn't respect herself, why should I respect her? And immediately, because I am a protector of the entire Black community, I feel like even if a woman doesn't respect herself, then as a respectable person, you can still have respect for them. It doesn't mean you have to be in their space. It doesn't mean you have to be in their, whatever community or anything like that. But I'm not going to be a part of the disrespect that you're giving yourself, even if you are disrespecting yourself. So I kind of lean in that regard. And I understand people saying, like, I don't have to give you the energy that you don't give yourself to. So it's a whole thing. All right. I like that. The next
question.
Which one in the chat?
I'm sorry, but this is nagging me. I can't.
Go ahead, because I was in the chat too. What you got?
Nah, this is the one that Trudy asked here. I'm gonna put this up because I'm a poly individual. I believe in poly. That was the natural state of us before we got westernized. And I just want to touch on this because I actually did some research and read some psych books. I was actually talking about it with the girls when I was at the house. And this is the thing with me, is that when it comes to multiple women, men have a natural inclination, just based on their biology, to procreate with as many women as possible. That's why we create millions of sperm a day. It's in our hormonal nature to have a desire to do so. For a man like me, who would have multiple girlfriends or whatever, because I am a polyamorous individual. The reason why I am like that has nothing to do with flexing, because I don't show it off. I don't show most of the stuff I do, period, but especially that. I talk about it, but I don't show it off. What it is this because most people, and I'm talking about people that are truly poly, not them guys that try to have a girlfriend here and a girlfriend there and start slacking on this one because he's focusing on that one at the moment. We ain't talking about them. We talk about truly poly individuals, or what I call functional schizophrenics. Because literally each part of their personality connects with one of the women in a different way. They'll love the fuck out of her while loving the fuck out of her, and that love for her has nothing to do with that love for her. It's literally organized schizophrenia. So that's the answer I have to that question, Trudy. Is definitely not a flex because it's fucking expensive, it's exhausting, and it's time consuming. Sometimes I hate the fact that I'm like that, but it's a part of who I am. Just like a man that's straight loves pussy, and a man that's gay likes other stuff. Just like, and same story with a woman. You are who you are. That's a part of who you are. It's not something that you just wake up being. But every man naturally has that desire. That's how we ended up with 7.5 billion people on the earth. If everybody was designed to be monogamous by nature, the human race would have died off a long time ago. Anybody else got something to it?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Do men need multiple women for bragging rights or physical need?
If you happy with just one. I have simple, short answers. Just if you're happy with one, if you poly and you have multiple, you're happy with that, just let it be.
So whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yes.
Whatever makes you happy. Yes, but I think it takes a lot of courage to. It don't take courage to finally realize, hey, what society told me I'm supposed to be, what society told me a relationship is supposed to look like. It doesn't take a lot of courage to say that shit ain't working for me. It takes a lot of courage to say, I want to live in my truth and live out loud in my truth. And say, this is the script that I'm writing for me. Do you want to be a part of this? Do you want to be a part of the play of my life? I can't tell you if men need multiple women. Bragging rights is well, just I don't think men get a bunch of women just to impress their boys. I mean, because that's a lot of work and sometimes a lot of frustration just to impress my boys when I see them at the ball on Friday. I'm going through all of this hell all week. I don't think it's bragging rights. But and I don't know if we can just say it's a physical need. I know that Max said that it was biology, right? But there's a lot of things that biologically we are prone to do, but we decide not to do it. You know, so I don't know. I don't know.
So is this like
You
a
know?
situation where it's nature versus nurture, or what? Because some people may be natured into this, some people may be nurtured into this, you know. But at the same token, as far as whether it's a need, it may not be a need for one person as opposed to the next. Bragging rights, really not, because I mean, you're gonna brag about more responsibilities. We already don't want to deal with the responsibilities we got to deal with already. Like, oh dang, man, I just got more responsibilities on my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, when men get into relationships, it becomes a responsibility for us. It really like taps into us having to now look at it as, all right, this is someone I have to protect, provide for outside of myself, and vice versa, you know? So I don't think anybody wants to brag about responsibilities they gotta go to. I don't think nobody goes and be like, dang, man, I gotta go to work. It's a responsibility of mine. I gotta pay bills, right? Like, we not bragging about it, but whether it be a physical...
And true partnership requires even more than just providing and protecting. You know what I mean? Now you have to have some sort of emotional connection and make room for their emotions, for their trauma, for their drama, for the unpacking of their trauma and drama. True partnership is, man, that's shit. That's a tall order. And Max is poly. Everything you need in a monogamous relationship, you need tenfold.
You need it
in
a
poly, right, Max?
Much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like, this is the thing.
And that's not no laughing matter. Like, at the end of the day, that's not no laughing matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a really pivotal point in the relationship, is understanding that there's a lot that goes into it, especially when it's monogamous, poly, et cetera, et cetera. You got emotional, you have mental, you have the physical, you have the spiritual, you have the economics, you got the finances, you got all of those things to combine together. Now, multiplying that by 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, depending upon the individual. I'm just saying, depending upon the individual. Hey, there's some people that got like 5 wives out here, but all I'm saying,
even Nino stopped at 3, and that motherfucker got more money than all of us.
I'm just saying,
because you still got to deal with logistics. You know,
exactly. It's got to logically make sense to us. It has to logically make sense. So the number one thing that we look for at the end of the day is does this align with where I'm trying to go in my path towards life? Will this be does this be a situation that's going to make me either be a better individual overall, or is it going to be something that's going to alleviate some of the strain that I have in my livelihood? So once we take that approach, then we start to say, all right, is this a comfortable situation for me? Because, hey, one person may be comfortable for you, maybe 2. It's all about how we approach it at the end of the day.
See, the point that I'm trying to make on this is there's no default setting. It's totally customizable to each individual's particular preferences. The thing is to get past the point of when somebody is villainized for being one thing versus the other. That's like villainizing somebody for their sexuality and their choices. I know in a lifestyle, and we're going to talk about it,
Yes.
this is a thing that happens a lot. I have friends that are transsexual. I have friends that I know that probably are gay, but they haven't told me. I know that. I don't care. I can tell because when you know somebody, you know somebody. And my whole thing is that at the end of the day, I just say to each his own or her own or their own, however you want to go about it. And as long as you're happy and you're being transparent, there really is nothing else to really, there's no other reason to really like come at somebody for that particular thing.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't deal with it. Simple.
Are LS men looking for other LS women to be in a relationship with?
I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead.
It would help. I mean, it would help, you know, logistically, and in theory. I mean, if I want to be in a relationship, and this is my kink, this is my thing, and I don't. Why wouldn't I want to, you know, find somebody who is down for what I'm down for?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or was the question, are men in the LS looking for a relationship at all? I don't know. Maybe that's what the person meant.
Well, see, I've heard this before, and I've did consultations with women. I can't say who, but with women who have had problems because they would prefer to date somebody who understands their lifestyle, somebody that understands the nature of how they function. But the problem is that, and I'm going to say this, especially with men, they talk about not judging, but if a woman is outside and she really outside, there's a lot of men, it might not be us on this particular panel, but there's a lot of men who low-key be judging. I be hearing the whispers in the dark and other things that go on. The only thing I be judging on is if I see them in a party just letting everybody hit raw. Now, I'm judging on that. You understand what I'm saying? But
right, because that's a safety issue.
Yeah.
But you know what? There are quite a few men that come to LS parties that ain't really LS.
You mean most of them?
Accurate, yeah.
You mean most of them?
That part.
Unfortunately,
yeah. We ain't gonna be nice here today. We're not gonna be fucking nice here today.
I'm just drinking my juice.
Most of these motherfucking men in lifestyle are tender dick ass niggas, and I'm be the one to say it. Come fight me. I don't care if you feel it applies to you. We could step in the ring. I know what it's like to go round for round. Let's go. Because I seen this shit myself. And the thing is, I watch shit from the sidelines and I get annoyed because I don't want to get in the middle of everything. But my whole thing is all this stuff that be going on. I see posts, motherfuckers talk about, oh, you fuck my girl or whatever. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the whole premise of this shit?
Right.
They're not really LS.
And there are a lot of men that'll bring women to parties, but they would never bring a woman to a party that they actually love, care for, or have an emotional attachment to. So I don't consider that as a person who's really a swinger. They just happen to be at a swing function, but the way that their spirit is in their body, I don't look at them as real swingers. Like I would have a gangbang with my wife on our honeymoon. You know what I mean? But that's me.
That's a bad motherfucker right there with that shit.
Shout out to you, Brother Z. Shout out to you.
And my whole thing is that that's okay. If that's what you want to do, then rock out. My thing is, and let's talk about this. If you coming to my woman and you trying to get some of her, but feeling away or trying to gatekeep your girl while you coming at mine, I call you a tender dick ass nigga. I'm sorry. Because my thing now, there's a difference between for fuck's sake.
It's wild, but it's true.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
I came up with a term for that in this group in the South. This group, Silent Heat. They were trying to figure out what to call people who just want to deal with a woman or another couple, but don't never want to have a single dude come in just to please the woman. And I decided that they were either royal or they were tribe. Tribe meaning you only want to deal with people like you. Royal meaning you are much more magnanimous. And yes, my woman's pleasure is just as important as mine. So it can be a night of the MFM. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's magnanimous. That's generous. That's giving. Mm-hmm. Or you could be tribe, which is very much all very male centered. You know? Yeah.
But you know what? The thing I was trying to say before this fucking equipment, I had to fix it. Anyway, the thing I was trying to say before, and like I said, this is the thing that frustrates me, and I talk about this all the time. I just want to hear from y'all brothers about this, because like I said, this is the number one frustration in me, is that you will low key, and the thing is, you like the guys who always wait till you walk away, and then they want to go holler at your shorty. And my whole thing is, and then you come at me and you're like, respectfully, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you already violated the respect thing, because if it was that serious, you would have said something while I was standing right there. We all know when we come to an event, we understand what we're here for. So you should know how to approach. And if you don't, listen, I charge $50 an hour. I counsel people on how to do this. I'm literally teaching people game right now. I have appointments tomorrow, teaching people game on how to get this shit right, because people need to understand the mentoring is important. If you don't know how to do something, go get some help so you can get it done. If you don't want to pay for it, then go online, do some research, and hopefully if you read the right book, it'll teach you the right thing. But my whole thing is, don't come to the party and then think as soon as I turn my back, because honestly, my first instinct is to Spartan kick you in the chest. It's just I don't do that because I don't want to ruin the motherfucking party. So I don't do it, but understand, for every time that any of y'all have done it, because I know some of y'all gonna see this, I've seen y'all, just understand that my first instinct was to kick you straight in your chest. I just didn't do it because Shorty handled it the right way. I'm violent. So that's why I try to stick to a peaceful route, because I know how I am in here. I just don't bring it outside unless provoked. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like disrespect. Disrespect is the fastest way to get me to kick you straight in your chest. I don't care who you think you are. You'll get dropped. But wait, there was something else. There was one other thing too. But can we stop with niggas getting mad? Like, why do we care if somebody else smashed the chick that you used to like? What is that about? Because that happens a lot in this community too. I've literally seen fights happen or almost happen or whatever off of stuff like that. Like, what is that shit? Like, can somebody help me understand? It's not like it's a behind the back of some sneaky link type shit. It's just you was there and now you here and you enjoying yourself. Like, why the ladies got to be given all this stress? Because dudes is in a dick measuring contest all the time. Like, don't dudes know that no matter how big your dick is, somebody with a bigger dick probably hit them already, and you need to just get over that fact, because at the end of the day, she's with you? Like, can we not?
Yeah, have you guys come up against that or experience? What are your thoughts on that?
I've had people dislike me. I've had people dislike me because a young lady that they might have wanted, or maybe even I'm thinking of one thing in particular, a young lady who used to spend a lot of time with them, but then was spending a lot of time with me. Mm-hmm. And I ignored the little barbs and shit that he would put up on the comments board. You know what I mean? Yeah. Until one day he said something that was just ridiculous. And I just put up, please stop campaigning for my attention, because you are going to be elected. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. And then the moderator called me and was like, Brother D, what's wrong? Because I try never to have anything negative to say. I don't want to argue. I don't want no bullshit. But she knew Brother D, what's wrong? Somebody that said some shit that got on your nerve. But yeah, I don't know. You not liking me is not my business, right?
Right.
Is it my business? Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Akeem, you come across any of this?
Of course, there's always a right way and a wrong way. The right way, of course, is to approach a man, talking about parties, especially if you're there with a lady, and just try to make it happen. But it's a lot of bullshit going on in this community. I mean, you see it's a lot of it. I see a lot of it all the time, but I stay low. I just be on some chill shit.
So Richard,
I think. Brother Richard, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying anything. Go.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that just because we're in the LS and we're at a party, people are who they are. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for people to leave the asshole part of their personality at home just because they're coming into a very communal space. And sometimes they have to be reminded, hey, we don't do that here. You know what I mean? It's all love. Everybody's here to have a good time. If you can't be a part of that, if you don't know how to keep that vibe going, well then maybe this ain't the place for you. At least not tonight.
Agreed. What else you got, Nova? Throw us a question. Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say also to piggyback off of that, I think some people use the lifestyle as their means of actually living their actual lifestyle. Like they don't have anything outside of this. So with that being said, being able to trample on their area kind of creates that kind of, situation where they're thinking that, you're trampling over them or you're doing something else. And it's kind of like wonky, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't know how to just be normal human beings outside this. They don't know how to have that character outside of the lifestyle. They use this as their personification.
Because they vanilla life is trash.
They don't know how to live life outside of the lifestyle. So now you doing all this other stuff and they don't have that same kind of, camaraderie that they have. Of course they're gonna try to come at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't for everybody, but some people make it their life. They make it their everything.
That's so true.
What Brother Akeem said about talking to the man. The fact is that when I first came to the lifestyle, I was a single. And I used to do pretty well just because I came to have a good time. So I came and talked. I would talk to couples. I would talk to couples that I wasn't even interested in playing with the lady. I just want to have a good time. I want to learn people's stories. I want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I tended to do pretty well. I haven't been to a party since 24. I went to one party in 24. I had a lot of small gatherings at my house. You know what I mean? But as far as going to big parties, I go to big parties to meet new people. But I think it really gets popping. I think it really gets sexy at small gatherings where everybody's real comfortable with each other. But yeah, I need to hit a couple of meet and greets.
Let me ask y'all something. The financialization of the lifestyle. Basically, because especially as us men, all of us are either single or have been single or went as a single at some time or another. We are the financial backbone of all of the financialization of the lifestyle. Without us, these parties wouldn't make a profit. How do y'all feel about the way that men typically are, A, behaving at these parties, and B, how also do you feel as far as how men are treated at these parties? Because there's one side where there are men who behave a little goofy, a little knucklehead, whatever. But there's also a lot of events, a lot of places that try to villainize the whole single man situation. I see this a lot too. Like I said, I watch a lot of shit in the background. What y'all think?
I think that I think that for part one, I think there's a difference between a reason and an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that some single men, enough to be noted, right? Some single men come to parties and have a feeling of entitlement. The reason is because they've paid so much money that they figured that this was a pussy coupon that they was purchasing. That's a reason. That's not an excuse. You know what I mean?
Of course.
A reason
When
is
you
why
that,
something
go to a
happens.
hooker.
An excuse is something that is so damn mind-blowing that you excuse the behavior. So we don't excuse the behavior. I'm just saying that that may be the reason, but it damn sure ain't an excuse. You know what I mean? And yes, I've seen single men being aggressive and acting like knuckleheads, and honestly, I don't know. I guess that's where the mentoring comes in. Somebody to pull them aside and say, "Hey, this is your first party. Let me tell you how it usually goes."
It's
You could
It's
definitely
funny
tell
that you
when
say the
somebody's first
mentor, and I
party.
think, yeah. I was saying the mentoring has been shaky lately because a lot of people in the older community are not coming down to like actually introduce these guys the way that they should. So that kind of causes that little rift because now they're just thinking this is like, yo, I'm just coming here and I'm just getting some butt. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like, nah, this is just an actual party and you're not entitled to anything.
Right.
Period. Through the party. Like I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and I was like, I haven't really seen any true individuals as of current that have just been really sitting down some of these new guys and actually like showing them the ropes. Like, hey, this is what you do at a lifestyle party. This is what you do at a BDSM party. This is what you do at this type of party. Whatever the case, there's a lack of that right now.
And I'll say, because I've actually had this happen as of recent. A dude came up to me very low key. He was a cool dude, humble. And he came to me on some low shit because I guess he knew who I was for a while. I don't know where the fuck, but he did. So he came up to me and was like, yo, I'm trying to see what's on these shorties, but I don't really know what to do because it's like I see some guys, the girl is taking her clothes off. He's just sliding over there and blah, blah, blah. But all I know, he might know shorty like that, even though they don't seem like they know each other and blah, blah, blah. So then in that particular situation, I was let him know what to do. I said, you can go within the vicinity, but don't touch them. Just come up, say, hey, you mind if I touch? If they say yes, then you're in the game. And then you just move carefully and just keep confirming as you're moving. Once she gives you the green light, then you know everything else is academic. I can't tell you I can't tell you how to put it in. You gotta do that yourself.
First you grab her left
At that
breast,
point,
then you grab her right
gotta learn
buttock.
that.
Yeah.
At that point, if you gotta
Draw
teach
plays and
if
shit.
you gotta teach that man what to do from there,
Hey,
you gotta
listen.
teach that 3-man weave from there, bro. And he don't belong at that party.
I give the props though. He actually represented though. He was doing this thing. She seemed like she was having a good time. So I was like, and then I just nodded my head and I walked out the room. I didn't even participate, engage in nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just said what I said and I gave a nudge. But you're right. First of all, there's a lack of actual vetting. This is another thing I want to talk about, the financialization of the lifestyle. Because my thing is this. I understand you want to make money. These venues are expensive. You can't just do it for free per se, especially in these economic times. It's rough. Everybody's trying to find a way to get it. So I'm not going to knock people for promoting events and making money. What I'm going to say is this is people like niggas have shit to lose. People have things going on where they can't even afford to be exposed doing half of this shit. There's a lot of people that have jobs with high security clearances. As an IT person, I know what high security clearance looks like. I will tell you, you can't afford to get caught up in bullshit. That's why I say I think about kicking them in the chest, but I don't actually do it. Not to mention I'm a trained fighter. I get in real trouble for that. So my whole thing is that when I look at it, I say to myself, yo, can we get somewhat of a filter? I'm not expecting it to be perfect because nothing's going to be perfect because everybody's got their, not everybody, but there are a lot of people who have a creep waiting to just come out, and that just happens to be their first time it comes out, and there was no way you was going to know beforehand. Because I'm going to even say this, and I actually got to speak to the promoter about this too. She's a friend of mine, so I'm going to holler at her on the side, because her party was amazing. But one of her security guys was being a creep, and I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I was so busy working on my trip. I got distracted. Sometimes we got to vet our security staff. Some of this we gotta. You wasn't at this event, was you there? You might have been there. I don't know. I think you was there.
It was working. I probably was working. Now
I think yeah, you was there, but she was working. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about then. Yeah, but the whole thing is like, I had my lady with me at the event. We there chilling, having a good time. +1, +2, +3 drinks, having a good time. Everything's cool. Soon as I walk away, he trying to proposition for when he punch out. Oh, can I see what's up? Da, 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 da. That's not your job. Your job is to go and make sure that there's nobody fucking around. Meanwhile, the dude kept harassing me about dumb shit that the head security dude already told me was good money. Like I had one of these joints and I was vaping. He tried to come up to me talking about, oh, you're not supposed to vape in here, whatever. Meanwhile, people were smoking whole spliffs or whatever the fuck else they was doing. And you coming to me only harassing me from the moment I came in because you was plotting on who I had with me. And you was trying to make the situation uncomfortable. Now realizing that I could dislocate your arm and break your arm in 3 places if I wanted to. I just was letting you slide because again, what I think versus what I'm actually going to do, 2 different things. But my whole thing is the vetting has to get better because I've never had that problem with any of her staff before. This is the first time and the only time. I don't even think I've ever seen that dude before. But this is the first and only time. But my point is that's why we need the filter because all the guests, everybody else was pretty much cool. People was having a good time.
Did you complain to her?
No, I didn't get a chance to because at the time my mind was in another place. And I just was like, I was on a different level at that point. So that's my fault. That's on me.
My man was busy.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Don't most group owners, don't they know each other?
A lot of them do, but a lot of them don't work together. A lot of them don't work
but even though they don't work together, I think there used to be a time when people had to come to a couple of meet and greets before they were allowed to come to a party.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as vetting.
And this promoter has
meet and greets
all the time.
That's null and void?
This promoter has meet and greets all the time. So it's not hard to catch one of her joints.
I'm gonna say that's null and void because there's just so many people who are getting into the party promotion just for the sole financial aspect of it. So a lot of times people are not doing that actual vetting process, or they may say that they're doing the vetting process, but they're not really putting that much emphasis in their vetting process. I know because as a person who's working with a lot of people, or I hear certain stuff, I tend to see different things go about. Like, you may invite somebody that may be good, but there still has to be policies and procedures that have to be put in place. But a lot of people are not doing that, especially on the business side, because everybody's just trying to make the money. And people are not
and so you see a lot of yeses.
You see a lot of
yeses based on the money. Okay.
Yes. But then it's like people start to really take it serious once they have an incident. And that's where the issue lies. It's like we're not playing preventative measure. We're playing I gotta do damage control.
Yeah. They always running to put out the fire.
Yeah, they wanna do damage control or put out the fire, but that could have been done way before. If you just hey, let's do some meet and greets, let's do this, let's try to see how people are, let's try to go from here, let's try to give like a soft launching or environment where it's It's people that we know. We just want to create something and then see from there. Say, hey, if there's more people that want to come involved, all right, you become a member first, or come to this first. I don't want y'all guys
Yeah.
at this party because this is gonna be invite only. We've lost the secrecy of the lifestyle. There's no more
And
secrecy.
you know what?
Everybody's trying to make a quick buck.
And you know what? Things evolve. So I'm gonna be fair, just to be a modern person for a minute, because a lot of us are old heads. We remember the secret password days, the Yahoo days, and all that shit. But the whole thing is, we have to be fair. Everything evolves in time. So the key thing is now, we know what the problem is. My question is, what would you say is some of the modern day solutions that realistically can help with the filter? Being that it is now so massive where honestly it's a Herculean task when you got like 115 people coming to an event to try to filter through all of that when you're maybe a team of maybe 1 or 2 people. That's a lot of fucking, like, that's really hard. And I'm not going to expect somebody to give a perfect filter on that because they probably got other things going on too. And my whole thing is, what are some preventative measures that we can do to at least help to make this better? Because I watch shows, I see people talking on the side, I sit in the proverbial virtual couch with people, I listen to people complain about this. But me, I'm a man of solutions. So I want to know, just on y'all opinion, I know I have a solution. Actually, me and Nova are working on that and actively have that solution in movement. But the whole thing is what are some other solutions that can happen as far as to make this a little bit easier? It's not going to be perfect, but at least a little easier.
Don't most people sell their tickets on Eventbrite now?
Yeah.
Is there a way to have a questionnaire filled out before you can buy the ticket? Or would that not work? Because again, you're still filtering, huh?
Say Google Doc is your friend. You can create a survey. Easy.
Right. Easy. So I'm just asking if maybe, damn, I don't know.
No, there is. I do events through Eventbrite, and I have questionnaires on there as well before the ticket could be. It's like a questionnaire ticket.
And with that questionnaire, I would add who are some of your references. So now, based off of that, I can contact those references. And I can be like, how do I contact those references? Hey, what's up? This person, was referenced me. They come into this party. What do you know about this individual? And their reference might give them a bad reference. Like, yo, I don't like that nigga. He owe me $5. He went to this party and did whatever. I don't know. But that person could be a good reference. But then now, based off of that reference, if they invited to my party, I know who to contact and be like, yo, your mans was wilding. What happened? Or your girl was wilding. What happened? So now I know who to contact to go back to it. You know what I'm saying? It's your references. You gotta treat this like it's a job too.
That's right. I like that.
Right. It's a 2-door policy. But then on
there's a brother I've known for about 20 years. I would never take him to a party because he could not represent my name well. Word is bond.
Exactly.
We all have one of those.
That's the number one thing that you gotta know, because it's like, yo,
we all got one of those.
If somebody goes and be like, yeah, yo, my man Tony or whatever down the block, yo, he the one who
not Tony,
man, yo, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just giving a name out. But my man Tony did this. Now Tony's over here talking about, yo, I would never invite him to this type of party because I know how he
fuck that. Tony owe me $5.
Yo.
Tony owe me $5, man.
Oh, here's another thing I want to normalize too, and I want the promoters to hear me on this. I need y'all sharing this, please. Share this show. These guys is dropping dimes, gems, diamonds, gold bricks, and everything in between. Y'all need to really listen and share this around. It's important.
Yes.
Here's a thing.
Also go ahead.
Here's the thing. I think that there needs to be a condom check before anybody enters the party. Meaning, if you're coming to the party as a man, you need to show that you got condoms on you. Just like you're doing security check and making sure you got your ID, making sure you don't got no weapons on you. They need to also be making sure you got condoms on you. Because I'm sorry, but we a bunch of grown ass men, and it don't make no sense that a dude got to be tapping me like condoms ain't. I don't know how much a pack is. I bought a big box, but you can get a 3-pack for $5 or some shit. Come on, bro. You just spent $150 on a party, $70, $40. Well, no one them they probably cheap. $25 on a bottle of liquor, and you can't get a $5 box of condom. But you gonna ask me when you in the party? Nah, bro, I ain't got none. I have a whole pack in my hand, talking about I ain't got none for you, bro. Sorry.
That means that they didn't bring. Also, that means they didn't even bring a party bag. Probably.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That means poor planning. That means left to your own devices.
How you going?
Left to your own devices. That means that you would have came up in here and fucked women you don't know raw, one after the other.
As if it don't happen, Brother D. We gonna act like it don't happen, Brother D. You know how many times I seen that shit, Brother D? I seen that shit mad times. Because I be looking, motherfuckers be thinking that I'm looking and I'm not checking out your meat, nigga. I'm checking to see if there's a condom on that joint because maybe I wanted to get up on that later. And I'm seeing that she letting you slide in bare. I'm out of there. That's it. Like
simple.
Let's not act like that shit don't happen.
Nah.
Oh, sorry. But,
you're right.
But
no, you are absolutely right. You know, even though I haven't been to a party in a while, you are absolutely right. Yeah. Some shit goes on in them dark corners.
If they in the party and if they come in the door and they have their ID but they ain't got no condoms, they gotta get turned around and either they go find a store or they can go home, but you ain't getting no refund. Sorry about your luck. Go brush your hair. Next.
Or you can buy these condoms that I got for sale. They $10 a piece.
Exactly.
Welcome to capitalism. Welcome to capitalism.
Everybody's got to have a condom, and you can have.
You know what? That's my new.
By the fact.
That's my new move because I always have a whole. My friend Lola got me like this sack. So I could literally hang it from my belt, and it has a ton of condoms in that shit. And what I'll do is I'll be like $10 a condom. I mean, if you got $10, I got you a condom. If not, then I can't help
it on a t-shirt.
I would go even further and say some of the toiletries and all that other stuff you can also sell while you out there. Because if y'all guys have money, do it that way. Because look, y'all should be shaking it. Y'all should be showering. Y'all should be making sure that y'all guys are, you know what I'm saying, got mouthwash, all that other stuff. And if you ain't bring your own play bag, guess what? We got the stuff for you, but it's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you. Hey yo, sir. Let me ask you this because you was there. Didn't she have to mention like 3 times? Like, yo, there are showers over there. Because people was playing from person to person and not putting no soap or water on their ass. That's why my pants stayed up.
That's
like,
part of the reason why while I was working, I was like, you can go hit that. You can go hit that over there too. You know.
Word. Like there's like 8 showers in the house and motherfuckers is out here. Them bathrooms was always free. I took like 5 pisses. I drink a lot of water. So I took like 5 pisses. I almost never had to wait for a bath.
See me, I drink tea all day. So
you already know. So yeah.
All right, gentlemen, you guys, I love hearing you guys talk. I feel like I'm in heaven right now. I want to get some final thoughts before I ask my final question.
Please do, baby.
So what would you say is most important for people to know, not just women, but for people to know about men? And I want each of you guys to answer that. What's the most important thing for people to know about men?
All of us are not dogs. So we humans, so We bleed, we sweat, we cry. We human too.
Mm, thank you.
Mhm.
Akeem was the one that just said that, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yup.
Yeah. That last part, that we're human, and I can't speak for men. All I can say is, in my opinion, yeah, we're human beings. You know, we're human beings. We might want to see ourselves as superheroes, but
Mhm.
we are human beings with frailties.
Right,
So
right, right.
handle us with care also, if you will.
Mm, thank you. Mr.
So
Richard, what you got?
I don't think we love hard.
mm,
Mm,
We're we're logical, but the number one thing that we value the most is respect.
mm,
If respect is given, you can have the world. We carry that
mm,
on our sleeves, 100%. If the
wow, thank
respect
you.
for us is earned, once it is earned, you can have it for a very long time until you take it away from yourself. That's pretty much it.
Wow.
wow. Ladies,
Oh, gosh.
I need y'all to understand that the thoughts of a man, when a man is open and expressing himself to you, cultivate that by actually listening. Show symbols of receiving that oratory information. Because when you fail to do so, as men, we are one time actors. You show us a thing, well, at least I speak for myself. You show me a thing, if I see that you're not responsive in the thing that I told you about, now I close that door to you. Where that door was open, now that door was closed. Is closed. So understand the importance. If you want open, active communication, because I listen to women cry about that so much, that men do not communicate their feelings, that they don't discuss if there's an issue. If they have a problem with something, they should state it. But then when they do so, they only hear the part that they want to hear and filter out the rest. And a lot of that be the prominent parts of what is needed to be heard so that we can continue to move in this path of togetherness. So if you take anything from what I'm saying, listen to your man as you would like him to listen to you.
Mm.
Can I
So
say
you are
this?
getting
Can I
yes, yes,
say
Sure.
yes.
this? So, uh, I think men and women speak different languages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
So whatever you say to a woman in general, whatever is the most negative connotation that she can bring from the words you used, that's what she hears. Okay.
Mm.
Because women suffer from low self-esteem, not as a default, but because of the way we raised our girls. We tend to raise our girls to serve, to be validated by their service, to be validated by other people. And so women tend to, in general, suffer from low self-esteem. Men, on the other hand, tend to suffer from overinflated self-esteem. A lot of men that we know, you look at how they regard themselves and you say there's no evidence as to why you should think that you are that person. So I remember I used to say to my daughter's mother, I would say something to her and then I would stop and say, tell me what you just heard. And she heard the most negative thing. So she had to learn me, okay? She had to learn that whenever I speak to her, I'm speaking life into her. Whatever is the most positive thing that those words could mean, that's probably what D is saying. But that's about communication and learning each other. And to the sisters out there, I think that if you want to try and get an estimate of who your man really is, you know, during the honeymoon and when you're trying to really get to know him, try to spend time with him around people he's most comfortable with, because those people will let him fake the funk, but only so far. They're going to call him on his bullshit. I couldn't possibly fake the funk in front of my sister before she say, nigga, and I don't let nobody call me nigga, but my family do whatever the fuck they want. She'd be like, nigga, you acting funny because she here? So that's one thing. Spend time with a man around the people he's most comfortable with, and try to spend time with a man around people he has power over. Because then you'll see how he's going to treat the power that you give him, lend him over you, if this goes any further. But that's my thing.
Wow. So my final question of the night is, how can we as women show up better for you as men?
See, I don't have any complaints, but I do have information from things that I've heard.
Okay.
So can I use that?
Yes.
Without disclosing anybody or anything too clear. I got to be careful how I say it, because certain things can key into people. You understand what I'm saying? I would say just be there for us. Understand, like Akeem said before, we are human. Be welcoming. Be a comfortable and happy space. This world is a fucked up place. Right now, it's even more fucked up than ever. All types of crazy shit going on all over the place. And my whole thing is, all we got are the people closest to us that we can actually trust, to have our backs, to be our parachutes when we're free falling through life. And ladies, we need you to be that parachute, as we will always be that parachute for you. Obviously, if you're with a man that's not providing that protection, that safe space or whatever, this don't apply to them. This is for the men who are doing the right thing, who are loving you, who are caring for you, who are protecting you. When they are the ones that check on you, make sure that you ate, all of that stuff. Be that happy space for them. Don't come at them with a bunch of badgering. Let me see your phone. Let me smell your dick. Let me No, don't come with all of that. If this man is moving in his power in the right way, you know you see it. And a lot of times I see women tend to be threatened when they know they have a good man, because they know somebody else will see that too. That in their mind, because women are often in competition, they tend to say, oh shit, what if he sees a better version of me? And I know how good he is. How could she take him from me? And to that, I will let you know, men are the laziest creatures in the world. When we are happy and comfortable somewhere, we are not quick to get up to try the new thing over there and fuck up the comfort we got right here. And in a lifestyle like most of us is living, we could go have a sample taste and still come back home and mind our business. So my whole thing is trusting your man and allow him to trust in you, and create an environment of love, safety, security, and happiness. And you will see that the level of relationships you have, for those women that I see a lot of fine women that have a hard time holding a man. And the main problem when I listen to them is them, because they come with all kinds of toxic energy, negative behavior. You can't come with this. If you come with a I don't need no man mentality, then you ain't gonna have no man. You need us just as much as we. Sorry about that. y'all need us just as much as we need you.
Yeah.
So understand that if you come out with this, I don't need no man, I could do it all by myself, then we're going to leave you there to prove it.
Thank you. Akeem, what were you saying, sir?
I totally forgot.
My bad.
How you good, bro?
How can we as women show up better for you, the men?
Just women could just listen to us, listen to our hearts, listen to us during conversation, just study us. And a lot of young women do study you guys, and sometimes you take it to the left and try to take advantage of a dude, but sometimes y'all don't and y'all stick with it, and it tends to work. So, but just listen to us. We got hearts. We're full of love and energy. At least some of us are. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to follow your heart as well and your desires, and just be who you are, and we're gonna continue being who we are.
So, Richard, Brother D, what y'all got?
Yeah.
You want to go first, or either or?
Sure.
I don't know. Don't matter.
So, Max mentioned we need y'all just as much as y'all need us, and vice versa. I don't want to be needed. I don't want to be needed at all. I want to be wanted. You understand? Because when you're needed, you become a tool. You become a necessary tool. And if you're a necessary tool that's needed but not wanted, then that leads to resentment. And I don't need you in my house, in my life, in my wings, resenting me. So I want to be wanted. I personally, that's me. And Akeem mentioned conversation. Conversation is important. Communication is important. You have to decide. I think a lot of people live unexamined lives. So to the men and women, it doesn't have to be an argument if you actually sit down and talk to each other about what kind of relationship do you want to have? Do you want to have a relationship where he's punching the wall and punching a hole in the door and shit like that, where she's throwing your shit on the lawn? Is that the type of relationship you envision? But that would be between the two people in the relationship. They have to have that conversation. And before they have that conversation with each other, they have to have a conversation with themselves, because everything starts and ends with the self. I taught my children 4 questions that I came up with. Who am I? Who am I really? Who do I want to be? And who am I becoming? That's all about a self-audit of who you are. Who am I is a question of, when people hear my name, what characteristics do I want to come to mind? So it's almost like, what's my public face? Who am I really is a question of, now what's the other characteristics about me that I don't want them to think about, but I can't lie to myself? So what's my shit? Who am I really? What's a more total picture of who I am as a human being? Who do I want to be is a question of, if you could take your complete essence, mind, body, soul, and have it be a lump of clay, and if you could cleave off the trauma, the drama, the bad experiences that changed your trajectory, what would you make? Who would you be? Who would your perfect self be? And then question number 4, which is a check back on the third question, it's who am I becoming? That's a question of, am I over here meandering when I say I want to be this over here? Am I being swayed by the people around me? Am I letting that pressure to not be an outlier or an outsider? Am I letting that change my trajectory and keep me from my true self? Those are the 4 questions I taught my children. And then when they became adults, because my youngest is 25 now, and for whatever reason, my children, they value my opinion, crazy little bastards. But so I taught them when they became adults, the 4 columns of a relationship. What you need in a relationship, what you want in a relationship, what you will abide with in a relationship, and then what are your deal breakers? But both of those sets of questions and columns are all about the self. You have to have conversations with yourself, and then you can have conversations with your mate. Because now you know yourself better. You've answered some questions, and you can say, hey, I don't want to be this type of couple. I don't want to have this type of animosity. When I'm mad at my lady, I don't say anything because I know that if I start saying some shit, I'm going to speak from a place of pain. And that pain then makes me say something. And now we have 2 things to get over. The initial thing that caused us to come to disagreement, and then the things we said while we were angry. No, I don't want that. You know? So when you say, how can women be there better for their men? In my opinion, have conversations with each other about the kind of relationship, the kind of union you want to have, and try and stick to them. I don't call women bitch. So there's no way that I should call you bitch just because I'm angry and say, oh, well, I was mad. No, that's bullshit. I think we should have parameters and borders and guidelines, even when we're angry at each other. And if I can't stick to those guidelines, then hey, I can't talk right now. I gotta leave here because I'm so fucking angry.
Yeah.
So, I heard someone say once, don't tell me what your love language is. Tell me who you are when you're not getting your way.
Yeah.
Tell me who you are then. Because sticking with the person who got the love language, that's fine. That little venomous banshee that you become when you're angry, that might make me leave.
Yeah.
But as in all things, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But that's it for me.
Sir Richard.
Bring us home, Sir Richard.
I say always start, lead, and end with grace. Simple as that. Because at the end of the day, grace will get you so much more when it comes down to just communication, collaboration, cooperation. Because those are my 3 C's. I speak about this with my athletes that I train. I speak about this with the kids that I work with, all types of different stuff. Communication. How often are you willing to, talk or just think things through? Collaboration. How often are you willing to actually do things together? And cooperation. How willing are you able to actually work with each other? And once you have those 3 things together and you just follow everything with grace, we can move and operate in good standing. And I just keep it short and simple.
Wow.
You know what's funny? Before you do what you're about to do, man.
Yes.
You know what's funny, Brother D? When you said that last part there, I laughed because that's literally something that I say myself. Like, I tell people, I say, I want to see what you're like when the struggle is real. I have said that.
Facts. I
have lived that way, but like a lot of women don't know that that's what I'm evaluating. Hopefully, and them watching, trying to find stuff. But we're gonna keep it low. Let's keep it between us.
All the good stuff can go away. All the good stuff can go away.
I want to know what it's like when there's adversity. When something happens that requires us to either have to work together, or a challenge comes that means everything isn't roses and flowers right now. There's a thing going on. There's an emergency happening. There's a crisis occurring. I want to see what you're like in those moments, because everybody's happy when it's happy day. But what are you like when the sun goes out and things are looking dark Are you going to be that beacon of light to bring me back from the darkness? Or are you going to be the darkness that snuffs out my light permanently?
Oof. Golly. You guys are deep. I feel like I'm in like a spiritual oasis right now, just listening to you men talk, hearing your hearts. It fills me. All of the women in the chat are agreeing that this conversation, like some women who usually talk often, are quiet because you guys are sharing your hearts, and we value that so much. I feel affirmed in my stance as a Black woman. It feels so good to be in this space with you guys. It's just beautiful. So I want to say thank you guys.
I just want to put a disclaimer out there.
Yes, sir.
Everything I have said tonight is how I feel in theory, and may the Lord forgive me for the times that I have failed in my practical walk. You dig? All right.
Thank you. Yes. I want to thank you guys for your time, especially all of you, especially you, Sir Richard, because I asked you very last minute and you were open-hearted right away. And so thank you for taking such a sacrifice of time. But for all of you guys, just being willing from the beginning to be here in this space with us publicly. I found that there's a lot of shy men. But thank you guys for being here and sharing your heart with us, for sharing the wisdom and insight with everyone else, the women especially. We need to hear from you guys. We started this to make sure that you guys knew you had a safe space, and we hope that this conversation continues that for everybody.
Thank you for
we are going to be... Guys. I feel goody.
I'm going to run some credits while Nova's over here skinning and grinning.
I am. I feel so euphoric right now.
She was having such a good time. I just was watching this the whole time because I know my friend. And she was over there just probably making a puddle over there right now, listening to y'all fellas talk. She's used
you
to
telling
me,
my business.
But, she's over there in a puddle just over there loving y'all. And I'm just saying,
that is so true.
I just want to say we need to normalize this face. The social media tends to perpetuate, and I refuse the algorithm hustle just to get more following, to get more whatever, because the algorithms perpetuate negativity. Seeing Black men fighting in the streets, Black women beating each other up, all types of carryings on and bullshit, somebody getting hurt, all types of negative things. There is a lot of this that does happen, but it doesn't get seen enough. We have to normalize this face for those of us, because I know it doesn't really matter, but it matters at the same time. We represent us all being Black men or Black people of culture. We are people who have to make sure that when those that never have seen or been around Black people before see this, that they recognize that we are a cultured, educated, civilized bunch of individuals who have their own share of problems based on their particular dynamics, and that we are not a monolith. We are a mosaic of many different personalities, all brought into one particular device, which is this YouTube screen at this moment, and that we are not the type that are meant to just be put in the one box, always in jail, selling drugs, womanizing, not taking care of their kids, all this other bullshit that gets perpetuated out there. So I just want to show y'all some love and respect for coming on here, because I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really dope, because we need to make sure that this kind of thing really gets normalized. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I'm going to put some credits up because I got some businesses to promote.
Yes.
And there's another thing for now on, because we're going to do this men's roundtable thing again. And for you fellas, y'all more than welcome. Y'all got anything? So, Richard, I know you be having shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, y'all are welcome to DM me or DM Nova. Probably Nova better than me, because I'll be a little preoccupied. But hit us up, and we are happy to promote y'all stuff. Because we are here to support each other. And that's the only way.
I'll send the flyer to Nova.
Yes, there's plenty of room for all of us to get whatever we get into. This ain't a competition. This is a cooperation.
Yes.
So I want that to be understood. Now let me put up my promotion for my business because I got to make some money.
That being said,
With that being said, I've actually gotten some bookings for this, and I want to show some love to those who have hit me up. Listen, I have been doing this for over a decade. I have over 1,000 people consulted. I do too good a job because I keep running out of clients. So my thing is that if you feel like you need help in your dating world, especially trying to navigate these lifestyle spaces or whatever it is that you're trying to work on, if you need help figuring out how to date in this modern era with like dating profile, so and so and such, I am very, very happy to hear and help you. If I can help you, then we will book. If I think it's not with me, I can always refer you to where you can get the help. So either way, I am a person that you should definitely reach out to. My information's right there. Screenshot that. And please, 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 this here is very important too. I literally had some bills to pay on this today. And I want y'all to know this Cash App here is to support the channel. This does not go in my pocket. It literally is a separate thing that goes to support the channel, channel, so that it can keep going because this shit ain't easy and we got to keep it going. So y'all make sure y'all screenshot that right there. I got this one thing, which is actually in an almost similar lane to one of the things I know Sir Richard does, but you know, he does a lot more than I do because I'm just doing massage. I ain't doing all that extra shit he did. I just don't want to do all that. But this is, you know, one of my business ventures. I got professional training to be a massage therapist. And I have my own menu of things that I do. It's a very personalized experience. I do this because I love it. But I take it seriously. This is not some ploy to get some cheats. I don't need that. Trust me. My whole thing is that I take this very seriously. So if you come, understand whatever you're trying to book me for, make sure that you understand deposits are necessary in order to schedule your time because I have a very packed schedule now since I've been promoting this thing on here. And I want to thank those who have been supported on this because I could not do any of this without y'all. And that includes all of y'all that are here. Y'all have either watched or supported the channel in some way and you let Nova come. So Richard, thank you for showing up last minute. Brother D, Akeem, I appreciate y'all for coming through on this. You know,
thank you for the invite.
Listen, y'all are welcome back anytime. Y'all got something to talk about, something on y'all chest. You want to promote a book or whatever it is you got to promote, you'll happily have you on here as long as it's positive. We ain't on here for the bullshit. We on here for the good shit. Nova, take us home, please. Unless you fellas have anything else to chime in before we go, you're good.
Okay.
Y'all good?
What?
Oh yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate this. This was nice.
Thanks for having me. Just want to let y'all guys know I'm doing an event with whatchamacallit DR Tory. We're having an event May 15th. It's going to be in Queens Village. If y'all guys want to come out, I sent the flyer to Nova already. I'll be doing some BDSM services as well as massage therapy. So if y'all guys want to come through, definitely come through. Outside of that, I do my private sessions on the side. So if anybody is interested, they can hit me up on Instagram at richarde.normous. Yet again, it's on Instagram at richarde.normous. All right. I'll tune in with you guys next time. Definitely appreciate y'all guys for having me.
And we will
yes, sir. It was great to meet y'all
on the next show. Yes,
definitely.
Yes. All right. So with that, we're out of here. We're off for the next 2 weeks according to our schedule. When we come back, we're going to be having a women's roundtable. Guys, make sure you guys tune in for that. We're here Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate your time. Thank you so, so much.
Yes, thank you very much. And everybody stay blessed, stay safe.
Yes,
Have
good night.
Good
night.
night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Alrighty.